Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you can't make lemonade. And believe me, you do not want to make lemonade from what dripped out of that pipe. The story of the pipe incident begins on Tuesday. I was at work and received this text message. Upon arriving home from work, I stuck a bucket underneath the drip and got right on Angie's list. One hole in the kitchen ceiling later, we thought the leaky toilet that was the culprit was completely fixed. That was not the case. It all stayed dry for about 36 hours, and then the water came again. And that's when the second call to the plumber went in. Now I have 2 holes in the kitchen ceiling and a piece of cast iron with a crack in it that will potentially cost $2,000 to fix. It was a failed attempt to JB weld the pipe. It was too wet, so now I had to not use the bathroom for 2 full days. Luckily, we have a second downstairs bathroom, which is pretty much a lifesaver at this point. After consulting with 2 different plumbers, they both told me to use a plastic epoxy. So I used Hercules Plastic Seal or Plasti Seal, and that's what you saw completely covering that pipe. I crammed as much as I possibly could up into the crack and then just coated the rest of the pipe until pretty much my hand was completely covered and the glove that I had was just stuck together and I couldn't do anymore. Now I have to let that cure for 4 to 6 hours and fingers crossed, no more leaking, because this has been a nightmare. So let's enjoy this nice sunny 45-degree day and take a walk and just relax and put it out of our minds, because I've been going crazy for the entire week. I needed that walk to help me clear my mind and calm down. But now, we're back into the zone of disaster. Let's just go ahead and turn on my Urbex light. It's kind of shiny, but it takes 4 to 6 hours to cure. Now my hope is that when that epoxy hardens, it completely fills and seals that crack and becomes rock solid. Because if it does and it holds, it saves me about $2,000. Because now they do not have to tear all of the ceiling out that is below my bathroom, cut all of that cast iron out, and replace it with PVC. I talked to 2 different plumbers. Both of them recommended that stuff. One of the plumbers said he actually just did a job last week at a lady's house that he was at 20 years ago. And he used that stuff on one of her pipes, and it is still rock solid. So, fingers crossed it works. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the hole in the ceiling for a week or so just to make sure it works. I will probably know tomorrow whether or not it's definitely going to leak, but I want to leave it open. If it does seal and hold, I want to make sure it's going to continue to hold. Let it at least a week long. What I did was I crammed as much of that stuff up in there as I possibly could. It was in a caulking tube, so I just used a caulk gun and I just kept using my thumb. I worked it up. I kept putting it up until it was smooth where the crack was. And then I just slathered it all on there, which is what the plumber told me to do. So, again, fingers crossed. Really don't want to spend $2,000 on plumbing and then have absolutely no savings left. But that is why I have not done nor filmed anything since like last weekend, because I've literally been dealing with this all week long. I had to take pretty much 2 full days off of work to come home and deal with the pipe situation. I just want it to be over with. We got the new roof coming, and then this happens. When it rains, it pours. And it's pouring pretty good. But luckily we have 2 bathrooms, and if you can hear that little background noise, that means Amy's actually utilizing the downstairs bathroom right now because PVC pipes. And they're literally like 10 feet behind you, which is why we can hear it draining and the water running. But we're gonna go ahead and sign off because I just need a mellow Saturday. I caulked that pipe with that plastic epoxy. Now I just want to relax. Just want to zen out for the rest of the day and hope that tomorrow when I take a shower, it does not also shower into my kitchen. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.